Good evening. Hope everybody's doing well. It is Sunday, 11:04 p.m. Meteorologist Zach Gilday here doing this updates. It's been a tough forecast. We've got a lot going on. We've got a frontal boundary to our north. We've got Beryl making its way set. It's a hurricane again. Okay, yeah, because just a few seconds ago it was still a tropical storm. So, Matthew, thank you for that comment. I've just been saying barrel because it's been flip flopping. So for some reason I can't get your comment up there. That's weird. There it is. Beryl is a hurricane again. Yeah, and it is set to make landfall later on tonight across the Texas Gulf Shore. So the Houston, Corpus Christi area, if you know people there, make sure they know about this storm. Now, for us in the near term, we have a cold front across areas just to our north, and that's going to be making its way in. So Richard Dan's off. He's going to be back tomorrow. He'll talk to you about these storms. And as far as severe weather, well, with this storm system, I don't think it's all that likely. And I'll show you just why as I took a deep dive into the latest tracks about Beryl, and I'll show you what I think is going to happen for us. So right now is looking pretty quiet. Just in case we just had the 10 p.m. news, so that's why I'm a little bit late coming on here. 11:06 p.m. right now, and I'll kind of take you through what I did during the show just to get you all caught up, just in case you missed that show. So here's the radar. Sharon, I see your comment. I can't hear you. Um, is there anybody else who's having any audio issues? If there is, let me know. And if not, Sharon, it might just be an issue just for you. You might want to maybe check your audio. It might be turned all the way down, or it might be muted, because I can check my settings and I got my mic moving. So I think it might be an issue with you. So yeah, getting a lot of comments about people who say that the audio is good. So it might be just an issue for you there. But hope you get that fixed. So again, right now it is looking pretty quiet. As we head into Monday, though, I do think that some rain will be on the way in. So again, right now here is Fort Smith area. The humidity that's starting to work its way back in. So the past couple of nights it's been nice and cool, but tonight 78 degrees Fort Smith, dew point 72 is a little bit sticky. And here's Gaither Mountain. It was a nice sunset, but now it's black. Can't see anything. It's dark, mid 70s, and that humidity that's quite high. So what we're going to be dealing with as we start the week is rain and storms likely tomorrow, and then impacts from Beryl. That's going to be moving in Tuesday. I'm going to show you what it's going to do in just a minute. Much cooler weather. That is the good news. We're seeing some pretty comfy temperatures as this system passes through, and then the heat is going to be returning pretty soon. So here's the setup. Here is a satellite radar picture showing you a stalled off frontal boundary just to our north. We've got a cold front though. Notice across the central plains here, there is a cold front. Now that is going to approach the area and give us some chances for some storms tomorrow. And then we've got Beryl down here, and that is set to make a landfall tonight as a hurricane. That's a tropical storm icon, but Matthew said that that's a hurricane. So in real time, I am going to make that a hurricane. Delete hurricane. So I assume it's category 1 hurricane. I can actually bring out the latest National Hurricane Center charts. And it still shows tropical storm as of the 10 p.m. update. So that's interesting. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So again, zooming in, we've got dry conditions right now, but we could see that tonight again. We could see a couple of storms moving in. I think that most areas will be staying dry tonight. Taking a closer look, being clipped by that marginal risk, and here's that future track. So tonight through 7 a.m. Notice how when you're waking up tomorrow, there could be a few showers out there. Here's Monday 7 a.m. Not expecting a whole lot of rain tonight. And then as we go throughout the day, Monday, here's that moisture from Beryl working its way in, and there will be a boundary in place. So we're going to be seeing some chances for some rain, definitely. And yeah, yeah, I did see that forecast. I thought that Matt was saying that it was a hurricane already, but as of right now, still tropical storm. So we're going to be watching it. So Monday 5 p.m. seeing that rain making its way in. And that's some pretty heavy rain. So again, there will be some really good chances for rain. And then here's that spin. You can see Beryl making its way into Arkansas Monday night into Tuesday morning. Now, I think it's going to take more of a central Arkansas track. So being on the west side of this system, we can see the spin. Let me wait till it pauses. So we can see that the center of Beryl. Let me just go backwards a little bit. Let me do a pause point. So you can see here is the center of Beryl. So we're going to kind of be on the west side of this. So I think Tuesday afternoon, we're going to be seeing the forecast dry out. And being on the west side of it, severe storm potential, that looks to be a little bit less. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I guess Beryl is a hurricane. Dan can confirm it. Beryl is strengthened to a hurricane. So, but notice by the afternoon Tuesday, we're going to definitely start to see the rain winding down. Now, here is that severe storm threat. This is going to be from Monday into Tuesday morning. Now, notice how it's mainly across central Arkansas, especially areas to our south. So, if you're expecting, or I know we had a few questions earlier about severe weather for Monday into Tuesday, not expecting a big severe storm threat for us. Maybe in our eastern counties. Now, I do think the winds will start to pick up a little bit as the system comes through, but I don't think we're going to be seeing any kind of severe damaging winds from this storm. So, again, here are just a few computer models. A lot of people wondering about rainfall totals. Now, yesterday, the models kind of had the higher totals a little bit closer to us. Even the River Valley, the models yesterday were showing 4 to 5 inches of rain, but I think that we're getting onto something here, showing maybe a more easterly track. And because of that, I think that central Arkansas definitely going to be seeing some high rainfall totals, Little Rock area, Russellville especially. But notice Northwest Arkansas, 3 day rainfall totals, just half inch Fayetteville, Fort Smith, maybe 1.5 inches. A European, a little different story. Kind of has that rainfall corridor hugging our far eastern counties, showing some higher totals. Those reds, that's approaching 4 or 5 inches. And here's a GFS model. Again, that's kind of a little bit further west, kind of an outlier compared to the other models. And here's the NAM, shows the bullseye just in our eastern county. So if you live in Boone, Newton County, you could be seeing some pretty heavy rain from this. But as far as areas further west, I think that we're gonna be seeing less totals for sure with this system. So here's what's happening right now. Hurricane Beryl just updated. Yeah, so definitely a hurricane. Got the graphics updated. National Hurricane website still says tropical storm, but yeah. So here's Hurricane Beryl. So again, wind gusts 85 miles per hour, and we can see the track as it looks to be impacting areas close to Houston. So again, if you know people across the Texas Gulf Shore, make sure they know about this storm. And then it's going to be making its way up through Texas. I saw that comment about Fort Worth. So it looks like it's going to miss Fort Worth there. Lisa, see your comment about Fort Worth. You probably have family in Fort Worth, or maybe you're from Fort Worth, but I'm pretty sure that you're not. Yeah, we can definitely see this storm weakening. So tropical storm when it's just south of Dallas, and then weakening into keep changing these names. I think it's like a post-tropical cyclone. Then it's the remnants once we get the L. That's just a low pressure area. But for us, this latest cone of uncertainty definitely further east than what it was in that previous track. Spaghetti models are on point, showing it moving through central Arkansas. So that's where the rain corridor is going to be. You can see it right there. So a lot of rain is expected across central Arkansas. Zooming in on that, the orange color, maybe even seeing up to 7, maybe 8 inches in some localized spots. So again, Central Arkansas is going to see the bulk of the action here. For Northwest Arkansas, impacts are looking a little bit less. So here's tonight. Get increasing clouds towards daybreak, storms towards daybreak, but the better chances for rain look to be making its way in Monday, and then especially Monday night into Tuesday with that. And here's 7 day. So again, here's what I was thinking based on the earliest model trends. Again, good chance of rain Monday night into Tuesday morning with Beryl, but especially in Northwest Arkansas, I think we're going to be drying out pretty quickly, especially being on the western side of that storm. Wednesday looks dry. Thursday and Friday, as that ridge builds in, maybe a dirty ridge type deal, could see a stray shower or storm. And then next weekend, the heat is in full effect, back in the 90s, maybe even approaching the triple digits. But again, River Valley, I do think that we have some better chances for some rain, especially Monday night into Tuesday morning. And then I think we do dry out Tuesday afternoon. Definitely cooler. You saw Northwest Arkansas in the 70s. So here's some words of wisdom from Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff. So being within the western quadrants of the circulation, you get much less rainfall because you get some subsidence on that westerly side. I believe an easterly track, especially with the system coming in and kicking it east. Yeah, so there is definitely a system coming in. And the only thing that could crank up the winds a little more would be a wake low behind the circulation on the edge of the precipitation shield. Yeah, so Dan and Peyton, they're going to be on this tomorrow. I'm going to be off tomorrow, but they're going to keep you updated with that. But I'll show you what Dan is talking about with the system coming in tonight. And we can already kind of see a little bit of activity in our far northern counties. Zooming in on McDonald County, again, there is a boundary coming in, just a little bit of light rain up there in Berry County. And again, heading towards daybreak, not out of the question that we see a little bit of activity. And let's go back to the satellite radar. Now, this is a little bit old. I did draw this earlier during the evening, so the front is probably a little closer to us. But there is a system that's going to be coming in, and that is going to serve as some chances for some rain tomorrow. So we're getting a lot of questions here, so I'm going to go back and try and see if I can answer some of these. So Logan, rainstorm timing for Ozark Monday. Yes, so a lot of specific places. Monday, definitely during the afternoon, evening hours for Ozark. Going to be seeing some rain moving in. Puffy clouds, they're coming in. Just wait. I could use some puffy clouds, block that sun. Yeah, we do need rain in NWA. Still do need rain. All right, concrete coming to Bella Vista 7 a.m. tomorrow. Cancel it. Oh boy. Well, see, I don't know. Does it have to be completely dry if you're doing concrete? Because I'm not sure how long it sits and what the protocol is. But here's the deal: there's going to be a lot of rain coming in, especially Monday afternoon, evening into Tuesday morning. That is the best chance to rain. I showed you the HRRR model, but I can show you. Yep, Donna, I see your comment. What's it look like around Deer and Jasper? So let's just look at a different computer model. You saw the HRRR. Let's look at what the graph is showing. Again, keep in mind the graph is usually a little quicker on the onset, and it usually has an exit in the area a little bit faster too. So let's look at the short range graph. Let's see how it does. There it is. 7 a.m. So again, with that boundary coming in, with that system to our north, we could see a few spotty showers and storms tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. And then here's some heavier action coming in mid to late morning into the afternoon. And there's the Beryl moisture. Oh, definitely Monday evening. It's going to be coming in. Again, this graph model usually it kind of underdoes things, kind of does a great job with cloud cover, but for the precipitation, sometimes it kind of paints a picture where it's not all that filled in. Let's look at what the NAM, 3 kilometer NAM. The NAM has been kind of bullish, if that's the term, with the rainfall totals. Yeah, so that's showing a lot of rain. Again, the NAM with the track is kind of been a little outlier. It's kind of been having the track further west, but especially with the system and with the latest data coming in, I think it's going to be a more easterly track. And because of that, I think that we're going to get less rain. Let's look at the short range graph. I mean, the short range HRRR. Yeah, so earlier during the day, these models were showing some rain moving in tomorrow morning, and now it's going to be more during the afternoon, evening, into the overnight hours. So, hope that answers the concrete question, and hope you can get it poured. Um, all right, Alex. So nothing severe for Carroll County area. Storm anxiety has me awake. Alex, tonight you're good. You don't have to worry about anything. Tomorrow night you're going to get some rain. But here's the thing here. I think the severe storm threat is very low. Again, when these systems move on shore, tornado potential is there. I saw a tornado warning across the Texas Gulf shore just like an hour ago. But for us being on the western side of the track, I don't expect a big severe storm threat for us. And speaking of severe weather, Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff, also just a reminder about our severe weather special documentary that airs Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on all of our channels. So KNWA, Fox 24, and KXNW. Make sure to tune in to that because Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff, especially weather intern Josh Weisel, they've been working really hard on this special, even on the off days. I'm sure Dan was working on this earlier today. So it's going to be good. Make sure you tune in for that. And I think it really does the event justice, and I think it's going to give a lot of people closure as we can learn exactly about what happened that night. So again, it's going to be Thursday, 6 to 7. So that's a model. That's the HRRR model showing the rain moving in. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions about this track, because it's about to make landfall and it is now a hurricane. Let's see exactly where it is. There it is. So still offshore. 65 miles southeast of Matagorda, Texas. And then as it goes over land, it's going to slow down a little bit. And it's going to get going. Once it gets picked up in that flow, it's going to get going up into Arkansas as it weakens. So there it is, Tuesday, 7 a.m. That's when we're going to be seeing the impacts from this storm. And I can show you those rain chances that I made earlier during the evening. Now, this forecast is always changing. I do think that come tomorrow, we might have to knock these down a little bit. But what I was looking at earlier during the day, this is what I was seeing. So again, tomorrow morning, There's going to be some chances for some rain picking up during the afternoon, evening, really peaking around Tuesday morning. Now, this is for Northwest Arkansas. There's 90% chance of rain Tuesday morning, so definitely going to be seeing rain. And here's the River Valley, 100% chance of rain. So yeah, it's Arkansas. It always changes. Yeah, especially with this pattern. We've got systems interacting with each other. It's not an easy forecast. I spent a long time today making all these graphics and updating all the apps and stuff. Um, so that's River Valley. Definitely seeing rain likely tomorrow morning, and well, especially Tuesday morning. Cooler weather. That's something good. Check this out. 82 tomorrow in Northwest Arkansas, and then Tuesday we're going to be staying in the 70s. So that's pretty good. Here's a comment from Jacob. I remember Laura from 2020. It was so strong that tropical storm warnings were issued for Little Rock. I remember there being hurricane warnings for far southern Arkansas. Whoa. I was not in Arkansas during that storm, but that's pretty crazy. You saw that track. It's going to be weakening, and with the easterly track, I don't expect any kind of tropical storm warnings issued for us here with this storm, Jacob. Yeah, Josh is on. What a crazy storm. I won't complain about the cooler temperatures and rain it will bring us, though. And that's a win-win in my book. We could use both. Yeah, we definitely could use the rain. We are actually in a drought. I'll show you that drought monitor. But we had some rain earlier during the week, so it's not going to reflect the drought because this is yet to be updated with the latest totals. But let me get that into my show so I can show you the counties. Here's drought monitor. So yeah, some areas are in a moderate drought. So I think the Harrison area up there by Mountain Home, they're going to be seeing some decent rain with this system making its way through. But again, if you're just joining, I can show you some rainfall total graphics. Let me just load those up for a second. Here we go. So again, yesterday, these totals were higher. So I think we're on to something. Starting to see model trends, more of a easterly track here. Especially the European. The European had 4 to 5 inches in our River Valley counties. Now it's definitely backed off a little bit. How about this? I believe it was Ike that came in September 2008. That was still hurricane strength. Barely when it came into Arkansas. Oh, yeah, caused your husband to have a car accident. Yeah. We'll hope it wasn't too bad, Denise. And that's a good point. Areas that do experience flooding, again, make sure to turn around, don't drown, because especially at night, and that's when the rain is going to be coming in probably tomorrow night. You can't really tell how deep those puddles are, and it can turn deadly if you don't respect the flooding potential. It can just lift up that car and just take you away. But here's the graph showing the rainfall totals mainly across central Arkansas. European model. Again, similar story, kind of taking more of an easterly track. Here's the GFS, a little bit of an outlier. NAM has been an outlier too, but still showing some higher totals in our far eastern counties. So yeah, definitely just keep in mind that we're going to be seeing the rain moving in, especially tomorrow afternoon, evening, and then into the overnight hours. Yeah, we did get a lot of rain in the fourth. Yes, some areas even saw 4 inches of rain. Yeah, so Josh's parents in Fayetteville got 1.5 inches of rain from that on the 4th. Yeah, I definitely do think that the drought is gonna be in a much better shape in the next update. And I'm kinda interested to see what happens with that too, because I do believe that I can tell you. Yeah, still in Northwest Arkansas, we're down up to 5 inches of rain for the year. So we could definitely use the rain. So bottom line is we've got Beryl making a landfall tonight, and it's going to be a hurricane across Texas. Got the hurricane icon on there. Here's the latest. You see that track? So let me zoom in on that. I can show you exactly what we're looking at here. So there it is. So just west of Galveston, east of Victoria, Texas. And the areas that we have to watch out for that storm surge, the areas just west of Galveston. That's where the winds are going to be the strongest. That's where the storm surge is. And I think they were saying earlier, maybe 4 to 6 feet. I didn't really do a forecast for the landfall in that much of a detail, but let's see if I can find that somewhere. Peak surge. Yeah, can show you that. Can show you that. Stand by. Can you see that good? I think you can. So this is the deadliest part of the hurricane, storm surge. So you can see just west of Galveston, 4 to 7 feet. So they're going to be seeing the highest impacts from this storm system. And yeah, Ava got a question. What kind of damage will be seen in Houston? I never really thought about it. Thought about if it actually feels like a hurricane there, or if they just see some wind and flooding. That feels like a bad storm. Yeah, well, the storm surge isn't going to be as big in Houston. They've got a lot of. I've never been to Houston. I do assume they have a lot of barriers of land. Like you got Galveston, you got yeah. So Houston's really not right on the water. So Houston, but you can see it though. It's coming in. Yeah, so Houston. I mean, they're going to be seeing 85-mile-per-hour winds from this storm. So that is destruction right there. So yeah, Houston, they're under the gun, and they're going to be seeing rain. They're going to have flooding issues with this storm. So but again, hurricane storm surge, that is the deadliest part of a hurricane. So there's that track right there coming up through East Texas, racing up into Arkansas. That was kind of fast. Not going to move that fast. It's going to be in southern Arkansas by Tuesday morning. And again, that's the latest track. So we're going to be on the western side. So that means that rainfall totals really not going to be that high, especially for Fayetteville area. I'm not expecting a washout. Here is the spaghetti models showing that central Arkansas track. And here is the Weather Prediction Center showing their totals. So definitely higher totals toward central Arkansas with this storm. So 11:34 p.m. Feel free to ask any questions. If there's no more questions, I'll probably call it a night. And if you missed that 7 day, it's looking pretty good. We got some cooler weather coming in. 70s. Yeah, here's a good breakdown of a category 1 hurricane. 70 to 90 miles per hour definitely caused damage to windows, roofs, siding, and trees. Equivalent to EF1 tornado, just more widespread, but not as intense as a major hurricane, unfortunately. Flash flooding also likely from continuous heavy rain. Yeah, so keep in mind, 85-mile-per-hour winds, those are some destructive winds. Like, if we get a QLCS coming through, that's a top of the line, straight line wind warning right there. So that's for Houston. I see your comment, Kimberly, about Van Buren. Not expecting that kind of weather in Van Buren. And as far as bad storms, looking mainly like some rain. So we can see that 7 day. I did put storms in there because I mean, like, we'll see lightning, but as far as severe storm potential, really not seeing it for us. Heavy rain potentially and cooler. I think we'll dry out pretty quick Tuesday, especially in northwest Arkansas. Be a little bit breezy. North breeze on the west side of that storm, counterclockwise circulation, bringing in that north breeze. And then we're going to be heating up. July 10th, Kimberly's birthday. Happy early birthday, July 10th. That is Tuesday, Wednesday. Looks good. Again, Wednesday, not really expecting rain. I think that mid 80s, Wednesday is going to be a nice day. Those winds are going to be dying down. I think that's the pick of the week. You picked a good day to have a birthday. And then we're heating back up. By next weekend, back in the mid to upper 90s. So that's what we have going on this Sunday evening. Josh Rugger will be in here tomorrow to tell you the latest about the rain chances and to show you what's happening during the morning. And then, yeah, early taste of fall feels like for Wednesday. Dew point should be lower with that pattern behind the departing system. And then Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff and Meteorologist Peyton Lankford will be on later on tomorrow, and they'll give you all the latest about these rainfall totals, because I do think maybe they're going to start trending even more down potentially. So we're going to be watching it closely. Until then, enjoy tonight, and we will catch you all later.